Esztergom is one of the oldest towns in the Magyar land along the Danube Bend. Items which were obtained from some recent archaeological excavations in the vicinity of the urban area revealed that this area has been inhabited since the end of the last ice age, which was approximately 20,000 years ago. Today, this town is known as the ecclesiastic center of Hungary and the seat of the Roman Catholic Church. The Esztergom Basilica is the largest basilica in Hungary. The height is approximately 100 meters. The magnitude of the diameter of the inner cupola is 34 meters.
An early bus from Budapest to this wonderful place, and finally we see some sunshine, which is such a luxury vacation for a sun-thirsty tourist from Scandinavia.
The full name of the basilica is Primatial Basilica of the Blessed Virgin Mary, assumed into heaven, and St. Adalbert. It is dedicated to St. Mary and St. Adalbert. St. Adalbert of Prague was born into a wealthy family 1,000 years ago. However, he did choose to follow a simple and disciplined scholastic lifestyle and devoted his time to charity, austerity, and service to the Church. In Central Europe, he was best known for his contribution in evangelizing Poles and Hungarians. The first church in Esztergom was the first Catholic church on the Magyar land. The foundation of the basilica was built by the King Stephen I of Hungary in 11th century. This church was destroyed 100 years later. The second church was constructed shortly after, during the Turkish occupation. The whole building complex was severely damaged. The basilica we see today in the classic style was constructed in the middle of the 19th century. During the sacration ceremony, the world-famous composer Franz Liszt conducted one of his most beloved pieces, Missa Solemnis zu Anweilen der Basilica in Grand. From the cupola, one can enjoy the most enchanting view of Esztergom and its surroundings. As we look down, it was impossible not to think about how insignificant every living soul really is in comparison with the world around us. In our own microcosmosphere, it is so easy to be trapped in a strange place where we let obsession over some unessential object or goal take over our lives and confuse us with what kind of persons we're meant to be. As a rational human being, it is naive to think that there is an absolute truth in this universe. However, it is tempting to scrutinize what a meaningful life should be by reading other people's experiences. What really caught our attention in this visit is the relic of a modern martyr who lost his life after months of hard labor and severe torture in a communist prison. Bishop Metzleny Zoltan received his theological education in Rome thanks to his patron, Cardinal Archbishop of Esztergom. After years of dedicated service, he eventually became the Archbishop of Esztergom. As the communist socialists took over the central power, the social atmosphere changed radically. Bishop Zoltan was not willing to adjust his attitude and refused to have socialist government to penetrate into the Sacramento organization. In the beginning of the 50s, he was incarcerated.
Today, this basilica is really one of the most prominent tourist magnets in Hungary. Curious travelers from all over the world come here to admire the marvelous liturgical items and the biblical ornaments and frescoes. The motto we saw inside the basilica is not only a motto in terms of Christianity like St. Barbara or Abraham, rather a symbol for freedom, for religious and intellectual freedom a person really need to have to be able to feel dignified in life.
In Esztergom, we had the most delicious meal in Hungary, in a fairy tale-like restaurant. The delightful Hungarian cuisine is very much influenced by the Magyar people's history and the passionate nomadic habits in the past. The most prominent ingredients is the red meat. Long time ago, the nomads cooked their food over the fire when they move around with their livestock in the wilderness. During the 15th century, the Hungarian king married a Napoleon lady, Beatrice. From that period, the cooking technique started to be influenced by the Italian flavors. Exotic spices like garlic, ginger, mace, saffron, and nutmeg soon appeared in the luxury restaurants. After the Ottoman Empire's occupation, a number of wonderful desserts, which are the unique fusions between the ancient Turkish gastronomical elements and the traditional Hungarian flavor, became really famous. Maria Valeri Bridge joins Esztergom and the Slovakian border city Storovo. This 500-meter-long bridge was constructed in 1893. It named after the Princess Maria Valeri of Austro-Hungarian Empire, who was the youngest child of Emperor Franz Joseph and Empress Sisi.
Hi everybody! Now I'm in Slovakia. In Hungary. This bridge is actually the very borderline between Slovakia Republic and Hungary. Just look at the view. Isn't it lovely?
A day comes to its end. It's time to go back to Budapest after such an eventful visit. Hungary never failed to surprise me with sensationally cozy towns. The golden age of each classic buildings under the Hungarian sunshine makes me to rethink about many norms I see in the contemporary societies in West Europe. What have we really lost in the journey of progression?